Mark Duda joining us once again here on the John Mendola Show at Arcaro, and Janelle, the pizza capital of the world. And Mark, we wrapped up the season, 11-0, ranked 6th nationally. All good stuff at Lackawanna College for the Falcons this season.
Great year, a great start. Went out to Charlotte and played, ASA Miami, and a great finish. Iowa Western out there in Yuma, Arizona. Just a wonderful way to end it up. The kids played great.
A couple of tough ones along the way, but that's what you want. You want some great games. I think it was ASA Brooklyn. Take us through, some of those weeks. Obviously you guys traveled and had some one-sided games, but a couple of games in there where, you're going to be tested, but that's what it's like when you play some of the top schools.
Yeah, that's a heck of a deal. We had 9 away games this year, so we had 2 home and 9 away, which is hard for anybody to kind of imagine. A couple of 3-point games along there, and this one was 17-10. Could have been anybody's game all the way through, but the guys kept playing together. I know it's a cliche thing, but it's true. They played together. They always hung in there all the way through. They never gave up. They played 60 minutes every game, and they won 11 games. Now, how many people can say that in their lifetime? Undefeated seasons don't come along very often.
Captivated by the El Toro Bowl victory that you guys have in Arizona. It's been a busy few weeks, so you're constantly on Twitter. You're seeing different guys. Okay, hey, I'm penciled in here. This is where I'm headed.
Yeah, a lot of guys signing and visiting as we're going through. A lot of visits last week as well. Darius Tisdale just committed to Syracuse yesterday. Of course, our Penn State kids are still committed. Andre Black is going to Rhode Island. He just left, came back, and decided he was going to do that. So a whole bunch of kids are doing that right now, and so that's like kind of like the prize at the end. To do all the things you're supposed to do in the classroom and on the field, and at the end of the day, getting to go to a school you truly wanted to go to, and and really creating a different life for yourself. So we're thrilled about those guys, as well as the PSAC guys and Division II guys as well. We don't underestimate any of that. A free education is just an unbelievable thing, and for those guys to do something they love to do, play football at a high level, and get a free education is just awesome.
Yeah, we got that opportunity this year to talk with a lot of guys, as we do every year, and get to hear their story and where they're going, what they're doing, and everybody's got a great story, and that story continues for Lackawanna College to be friendly, to say, hey, we welcome you in, you're going to work your tail off, you're going to bust your tail in the classroom as well, but in the end there's a great prize, as you said, and it could be Oklahoma or West Virginia, it could be Kutztown, Penn State. There's a lot of options.
It's amazing. People talk about culture all the time. What a word that is, and now we're starting to realize that culture really is doing things that maybe you don't want to do for the betterment of other people. And this football team, here's the biggest question I got from Arizona and every place else: is this your best football team ever? Well, I don't think it's our most talented football team ever, but I think it's our best football team, in that they were never beaten and they kind of hung together when things were really, really tough. So I think that's culture, that's practice at 11 o'clock at night at Grand Stadium, and that's going to study hall and doing all those things. So I think we're preparing our guys better than we ever have before for the challenges they're going to face at the four-year school. And that is more rewarding for me than anything you could ever imagine, because that's really why we're here.
Coaches are already on the road, right? They're hitting it already this week. Talk about those guys and the relentless work ethic that they have. They take it from you, but you kind of love what those guys do, because they have great energy, great young guys.
Oh, it's wonderful. They get on the road, and there are representative at all these high schools in all these different regions. So Coach Reese is going to go to Harrisburg tomorrow, and Coach Pardini is going to go to Allentown. And like in the old days, you wouldn't know that, but now on Twitter, you're gonna see all those tweets, all those places they go, try to build another football team. Half of our kids are going to graduate, half. So we're going to have to get 60 more players to come on in here and it'd be a great football team again. So it's awesome. And then the next week I'll go out to Maryland. I'm partial to Maryland because I went there, so I'll go see old friends for like 4 or 5 days and try to kind of recruit those kids as well. This is a really cool stat. On Monday, when we came back from the bowl, we had 50 applications at the Lackawanna College, and 35 of them were football players on that day, because they were all watching the game and they all put apps in after the game. So if you think that exposure doesn't mean something for the college, it certainly does.
We got a couple other young coaches who we're going to talk about, guys who went through your program tonight. tell us about the fellas we're going to catch up with.
Really neat. You know, Terry Norris is our defensive back coach, but also played with us a couple of years back when we were also a really good football team. Went out to Tennessee to play. He'll tell you that story, but came here. He came from a prep. He's a Massachusetts guy, and came in, and now he's coaching DBs. Did a fantastic job. But once again, those guys have been involved in the culture at Lackawanna, so it's easier for them to speak about it to young people. David Gonzalez, the center of ours, comes from Texas. All the way from Texas originally to come here to be one of our centers, and came back as helping us with our running backs. So to have young guys, and these guys right now are living in the dorm, so they're guys who are like GAs who live in our dorm with our players. So they're a great connection between our players, past and present, and that's something you really can't get all the time. So they're invaluable, and hopefully we're teaching them how to coach and how to become coaches in the future.
For yourself, you'll take a step back. You'll get some work done the next week or two. Get a little family time, much needed, like everybody else at Lackawanna College, and you'll be back to that grindstone in early January.
Yeah, you know, it never really ends. I think it's rewarding as heck to finish one and start another. For the first few days, you don't know what to do yourself, kind of. You've been practicing since August 1st, but you'll start to focus in on the kids that you need and the things you need to do. It's ongoing, but I think it's gratifying to see it end this way for this season, certainly, and the effort the kids showed this year was incredible, and you guys got to kind of document that week by week, so it's been wonderful.
Mark Duda, congratulations on a 11-0 season, first time in Lackawanna College history, and of course number 6 in the nation. Fantastic run.
Thanks, Sean.
Terry Norris with us here on the John Mendola Show. We're talking Lackawanna College football, and Terry, you coached the defensive backs at Lackawanna College, a very, very talented group of guys. We'll get to that coming up, but you played at Lackawanna College under Coach Duda. Talk about when you first set eyes on the campus and Coach Duda and what that was like. And for everybody, it's a little different. Some people are like, man, I miss home. I want to go home in a couple of days. Other people, it's like, this feels great after a few days. So take us through your experience, what it was like being a Falcon.
Being from a small town city and a small state like Massachusetts, it was different. It was eye-shocking. You know, it opened up my eyes and realized that, you know, there's a lot of great football players around. You know, to come in here at Lackawanna, you know, we want to get the best of the best, and it kind of made me want to work a lot harder. And I realized that I have to work a lot harder. And you know, I kind of just started doing that, realizing that Coach Duda, you know, he's about business and he's going to take this very seriously, and it's time for me to do the same thing. And they gave me the opportunity, and I just ran with it after that. So it was something that was great.
Everybody has aspirations to leave at Lackawanna College and get there to go on to play at the next level. For you, unfortunately, cut short by an injury.
Yes, sir.
But talk about picking up the pieces after the injury and saying, okay, now I got to go out and do real world stuff.
Right. Yeah. So you know, like I said, I played my years here. I was running back, and then I went down to the University of Tennessee at Martin. You know, I got a scholarship there. I went there a week before our first game against Cincinnati. I got hurt. So, you know, I talked to Coach Pardini. He was my offensive coordinator, and he told me, you know, I always told him I wanted to coach after I was done playing ball. I wanted to coach, and he told me, he was like, hey, listen, you always have a job here. So I told him it was time after I graduated, I come back and start working there, and that's what I came back to do.
Let's talk about that. Let's get to that talent this year at Lackawanna College. Man, you guys are really deep, really physical, really athletic. Take us through that secondary. What was it like to coach them?
It was an amazing experience. I mean, like I said, I played offense pretty much my whole life, and then going to that side of the ball, it was different. I learned a lot about the game, but you know, we pride ourselves on turnovers and playing really fast and hard. I mean, at the end of the day, we want to play fast, we want to move fast, we want to pretty much just hit everything that moves, and that's what we pride ourselves on this year.
And it seemed as if the biggest games and the biggest moments, that secondary seemed to be a part of that equation an awful lot.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, every time we got to the sideline, I just continued to go in there and let them know that you guys are one of the top defenses in junior college right now, and we got to continue to play Lackawanna ball and play like that. And like Coach Duda said, that's our culture. That's what we pride ourselves on, and we live and believe in.
Let's talk about some of the stories. Obviously, everybody's got a different story. You got guys from so many different backgrounds. Right. You could relate to those guys, you know, knowing what you did in high school, coming to Lackawanna College, and just seeing everybody's story, but putting it all together. It's a big alphabet soup. This guy's from here, there. You got to put it all together, put the best talent on the field. And obviously, you have to have a good relationship with the other coaches. Talk about that bond that you guys have as coaches to put the best product out there.
Yeah, I mean, it's, you know, as coaches, And same thing as the culture in the dormitory rooms as well. It's a family. It's a lifestyle that we live here at Lackawanna, and we call it the Lack Life because we're at the end of the day we want to help each other out, and we want to get each other to go and be better people on the field and off the field, and just as young men. And that's just something that we want to do. And as for finding the best talent, our camp it's hard. It's a tough camp. It's nothing easy. And if you survive that, and we let the kids know straight up, like, listen, hey, you might be in a position battle right now, so you got to bring your A game every day, and they do that.
Your relationship with Coach Duda now, back to when you thought you were a player, and I'm sure it's different.
Yeah.
But great guy as a coach.
Oh, yeah.
Better man, I'm sure, when you get to know him on a day-to-day basis.
Right, yeah. I mean, as a player, you're kind of nervous. You don't want to see Coach Duda, so it's just like, okay. But, being with him every day and talking to him, he's a great guy. He's very caring and just someone that, is always going to look out for you and have your best interest in mind. So that's definitely, someone I really look up to.
All right, Terry, well, we appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Congratulations on a fabulous year. David Gonzalez joins us, a running back coach for the Lackawanna College Falcons this year. And David, there's been a great stable of running backs over the years at Lackawanna College. And this year, I guess, some more talent again in that backfield, huh?
Definitely is. I mean, with Darius Brown, true freshman coming in, he really stepped up. We had a couple injuries during camp, and so we needed somebody to step in and really get the job done. He took on that role.
When you first found your way from Galveston, Texas,
Yes, sir.
To come to Lackawanna College, talk about what that was like for you.
So basically, I wanted to get out of Texas. I wanted to just see. I knew football could take me somewhere else, and kind of go and explore, see. So I found out about Lackawanna. I have some family in Maryland actually. So John Hall used to be a linebacker here. Was introduced to him, and then discovered Lackawanna and decided I wanted to come out to Lackawanna and play. Had to take the junior college route out of high school, so ended up finding myself at Lackawanna. I had a good time.
Going from playing to coaching, talk about what that transition was like for you.
It was difficult. You definitely had the edge of wanting to get out there and play still, and football guy's a football guy at the end of the day. So, but seeing those guys, take in the coaching and speaking with them and watching them grow and learn as players, it's fun. They take your advice and they trust you, and having that is, it's an awesome feeling. So,
About the future for you with coaching, obviously you're right now you're at Lackawanna College, and that's what you know. But the future, do you see yourself as a head coach someday?
I would love to be a head coach someday. Whether it's at the college level, junior college level, high school level, either way. I mean, I love football, and I love learning about football and coaching football. So definitely, I would love to do that.
What's it like being around Coach Duda and getting to see him in the light of, hey, he's got to steer the young men. He's got to make sure he has the handle on the coaching staff. He's got to have the relations with the university brass. There's a whole other set of circumstances there.
Definitely. It was interesting. You kind of get to see the behind the scenes of it all. As a player, you kind of just go with the flow and do what you do. As a player, you take care of school, go to practice and all. But as a coach, you get to see everything that goes on behind, and all the logistics and things that go on for it.
How proud are you of the young men at Lackawanna College that went 11-0? It's the first team to do it. There's been a lot, as he said, a lot of talented teams, but the coaching staff made it happen and the players made it happen.
Yeah, I mean, insanely proud. I came in nervous as heck as a first year coach. I wasn't too sure how I was going to handle it. Stepped up, and these kids, they really bought in. Especially young guys, we've been preaching culture, we've been preaching all of that since day one, since the first day of camp, and they really bought into it, and everyone's kind of taken on that role, and it's just building, and now the ball just keeps rolling at this point.
David Gonzalez, we thank you for your time, and keep it going in the coaching ranks.
Thank you.